everybody, this is Gwen Reyes with the Dallas International Film Festival. I'm here with the producers behind The Man in the Camo Jacket, Jonathan McHugh and James Chippendale. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
How's your time been in Dallas so far?
It's been minutes for me. He's a hometown boy, so he might speak on it.
Yeah, I've been here a few days. It's been great.
Mm-hmm.
Film festival seems to be doing well. It's off to a good start.
And it's your first time at DIFF?
It's my second time at DIFF. I had a film back in 2011 called More to Live For.
Oh, very cool.
So, alumni here at Dallas Film Fest.
So you feel like an old hat, I bet.
It's
some of the younger filmmakers are.
It's old hat-ish.
Yeah.
Different venues, but kind of same vibe.
So the film premieres this evening, correct?
Yes, it does.
Are you excited about seeing what the audience has to say?
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
He's excited. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm scared to death, actually. It's kind of like, you know that dream you have where you're nude in front of the class? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I'm...
That's the best way to keep going, just to laugh your way through it.
What if nobody shows up?
What if no one comes? What if they hate
Your
me?
family will at least come,
Yeah,
right?
it's only my mom and dad and like
Got them
my
going.
sister
At least 3
and
people.
my fiance.
Right, we got a couple people.
That'd be great.
See, that'd be
Maybe you
great.
could show up.
John.
Maybe. I might. It's probably on my list of things to do tonight, actually.
Probably should.
Yeah.
It's
Well, let's
fantastic
talk a
film.
little bit about the film. What can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, I mean, I'll just start my part. I mean, James is been on this film. Literally, this is not just a film for him. It's a mission, and he's been on it for 10 years. He literally told me he started shooting 10 years ago, which is what, I did the Janis Joplin film. I produced that doc with Alex Gibney, and that took 6 years to get out there. So this is that much longer. It's probably best James start, and then I'll finish, because that's kind of what we're order of appearance in a way.
Go for it, James.
Yeah, we started shooting 10 years ago, actually, this month in Dallas.
Oh, wow.
Mike came to Dallas before he went to South by Southwest. And I met him through a mutual friend in the music business. Mike was going through leukemia treatment. I had already gone through leukemia. So I took him to a couple hospitals here in Dallas, UT Southwestern and Baylor, to get second opinions. And that's where everything started. We started shooting then. Wow. We formed our friendship then, and that led to not only the film, but to the Love, Hope, Strength Foundation, our charity that goes along with it. And since then, we've shot on 5 continents over 10 years. Base camp of Mount Everest to Kilimanjaro to Abbey Road Studio in London and everything in between. And all of it's in the film, and it's
What was it
quite
like
an
getting to
adventure.
see like the top of the world from Mount Kilimanjaro? What was that experience like?
Difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're just to get out a couple songs at that altitude, the guys were insane. It was guys from the Fix and Glenn Tilbrook from Squeeze, and we took all these artists up there to help raise money for our cancer center in Tanzania. And we, the guys who shot it, Stosh and Damien and Alex, and it's unbelievable what they had to go through, walking backwards basically up the mountain, shooting the footage was pretty an unreal experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you came on.
Yeah, so it's a great story, actually. I produced a film that debuted a year ago at South by Southwest, and I got an email right after that. We did a big screening. It's about this Japanese rock star, and he gets up and plays classical piano after. Even though he's a speed metal drummer, he gets up and plays classical piano after, and we had this huge screening at the Paramount Theater, and I get an email the next day from a guy, and he says, "Hey, I was at this movie. I was just blown away. My friend's producing this movie. You should meet with them and maybe go see this movie, go see what they've got." And it turned out that randomly I invested in the guy. He started a radio station in Austin 10 years before that, and he didn't recognize my name, and I kind of recognized his name. I had to call a friend, ask, "Hey, is that the guy we invested in the station?" Anyway, he introduced me to James. James came to my office. We hit it off right away, and my partner, Jonathan Platt, and we just decided that we would take up this project as our charity give back project, if you will, to raise money and to help get all the music cleared and to just work with the director. The director, Russ Kendall, would be here, but he's actually filming another film in Eastern Europe right now.
Oh, wow.
And he's an amazing guy. So we basically came and grabbed the ball, and James had the ball for so long and was been chucking down the field for so many years, and he's like, "McHugh, I just need some help." And I just felt his passion, and we got together at this festival and hung out with his soon-to-be wife and my wife, and just really, as people, like, when you're gonna jump into the fire on something that you really are, it's not gonna help make you a living, and it's just gonna make your heart warmer. You need to really feel the people and feel the project. And Mike Peters is just a beautiful man. The Alarm was always one of my favorite groups coming up. They came up at the same time as the Alarm. I'm sorry, as U2. and Squeeze, and they didn't get as big because
Yeah.
they broke up too early because they had confrontation within the group.
You'll see that in the film.
Yeah, so
Which
all
makes
that,
for fun drama, for
yeah,
sure.
so it really starts with, you know, the alarm portion of the film and then moves into Mike, you know, and the band breaking up, and then Mike gets this diagnosis and he decides, you know, what he's going to do with it. And he says, you know, I'm going to put on this camo jacket and not give it up until I get cured. And then he became, through James and, you know, all their work, became an advocate for this donor drive, which is one of the most important things, which, you know, is something super important that James can talk about.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the charity.
Yeah, you know, 16 years ago I had leukemia, and I found a match donor from a little village outside of Berlin, Germany. He'd never met an American, never spoke a word of English, never been on an airplane. He selflessly donated and saved my life. So when we started the charity, we felt that we needed to find donors for other people in need, and since then we've found over 150,000 donors. We found 2,500 matches for people
That's
around the
fantastic.
world, and we do it at music festivals and concert tours all around the U.S. and the U.K. And you know, Mike and I felt very passionate about giving back. You know, why were we so lucky as cancer survivors? We should give everybody the same opportunity that we had. And, you know, McHugh talked about it. You know, we were literally limping to the finish line. I mean, Russ and I were so tired after 10 years of shooting this.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
the challenges that went into that, we were just like, take the ball, you know, get us to the finish line. And they did. They did an amazing job. And that's why we're sitting here today and got the film done, was because of them. So it's been a team effort, and it's really been a collaborative effort in the sense that everybody that's seen the film and has met Mike is like, yes, we are in. And that's why I wanted to tell this movie, because you may know Mike's music, but you don't know his story.
Right.
And now you'll know his story, and it's seriously one of the most inspirational stories that I've ever seen. Not just because I made the film, but just the man himself. He's an incredible human being.
So you've known Mike for a while. Was there anything that you found out throughout making the film that was surprising to you about him?
That he was this hard of a worker.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just, you know, for his career. Like, he puts 150% into every day. Whether it's his, you know, going with his kids and playing music or playing footy, you know, or with his wife, or just driving the kids to school. I mean, he's 150% all day, every day. And I've never seen anybody with the drive and the dedication that this guy has. Not, you know, not just for his family, but also his music and the charity and everyone around him. He's just, I've never met anybody like him.
One of my favorite lines in the film is he's in for chemo and he's got his drip in, and he's, you know, and the nurse says to him, "Are you on tour?" And he says, "Yeah, but I come here to rest." And I just thought that blew me away.
Yeah.
That sums up the film.
Yeah, it's a great one, isn't it?
It is a great
It
line.
sums up the film that he would
Chokes
go
me
in
up
for
every
chemo.
time.
Yeah.
He would go in for chemo to rest, and then after he takes that cord out, you
gotta
won't
go right back to
believe what
work.
this guy does. I mean, it's
It's probably what fuels him, though, too. You
Yeah.
know, he probably is like a shark who couldn't stop swimming.
he can't stop
Yeah,
swimming.
he's-
And sometimes I during this
You know?
time, during this 10 years, there would be moments where I would literally grab him and say,
Oh, there's a
"You've
great
got to
moment in the
stop.
film where you
You've got to
go
stop.
back up, you know.
You've got to just stop, man. You can't keep pushing it like this." And he'd say, "Yeah, okay, mate. Never did it." So I did that for maybe 5 years, and then after
You
5
gave
years,
up,
I was
right?
like, "I'm giving up. He's not going to stop.
One of you has to give in. And then,
One of us has to give in, and it's not going to be Mike."
no, it's not going to be Mike.
Yeah,
So-
these are driven rock stars. It's what they do. But he just happened. His turn in the road was different. He didn't have the whole egotistical trip that most rock stars can live with. Right? They just go. He has a lot of ups and downs, and this one took him way down. And he decided, I'm going to take it way up, and that's why this film to me is so important. And that I really hope we get the word out on it, because it's really one of those inspirational journeys that most people don't have in their lives.
Right.
And what they've done to be able to build this donor drive up is a fantastic thing.
Well, let's talk about the shoes that we have over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we just literally got these last
Yeah.
night. This company called Vlado, James had said, we should do some sort of, shoe thing. And so this company volunteered to, create these boots, and we can sell them with Love, Hope, Strength as the charity. So it's like literally brand new, and I'm just trying them on for the first time today.
And they're
pretty
perfect
comf.
because they're hiking boots. And, our
Yeah.
charity has been about hiking mountains all over the world. We've done Mount Fuji and Machu Picchu in Peru and, like I said, Kilimanjaro and Everest. And it's perfect to have a camo hiking boot. And
Yeah,
Michael,
so you'll be getting these out, getting the word out on these. So I
Yeah.
appreciate this is the first time they've been talked
Sure.
about.
they're beautiful.
So you guys have the
Yeah.
exclusive. Diff, baby, diff.
I love it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, so guys, how else can people get involved with the charity and with seeing the film after it premieres here?
Well, we do have the website, manandthecamojacket.com, and that's where we'll be announcing, the date it's coming out on iTunes and VOD, and those. It'll be late summer. We're going to do private screenings around the U.S. This summer as well, and we've got a few other film festivals in the coming weeks. And
Yeah, tomorrow night we're at the Great American Docs Fest in
Palm Springs.
The 24th we're at the Newport Beach Folk Fest in Film Fest in California, and then the Arizona Film Fest is 26th. So yeah, we have
a busy April.
Busy
Busy
April,
April.
and then
Yeah.
Mike's on tour, and he's going to be playing. Then we've got New York City. We're doing a private screening, and UCLA and LA, and
Excellent.
yeah, and we're going to have activations for the charity at every single stop
That's
along the way,
fantastic.
and getting people onto the
Great way
registry.
of doing outreach for sure.
Well, it's a call to action film, and it literally, this film can save lives because people can get on the registry, and there will be people that match from getting onto the registry. So it's pretty amazing to make a documentary that's not only incredibly inspirational and entertaining, but also can save lives. It's quite fulfilling, I must
Yeah,
say.
so manandthecamojacket.com, that'll be a good one. And then Love, Hope, Strength will have a product to sell, like the boots and shirts and things like that. And also, one last thing to mention is that we did Mike gave us an exclusive album to launch the soundtrack, which will be released on Record Store Day, which is a huge
Yeah, absolutely.
national event. This is the 10th anniversary of Record Store Day, and so thanks to the people at In Grooves, they got us hooked up to be able to get that record in stores on April 22nd.
Fantastic.
So we're out there working, baby.
Yeah,
Lots-
just
lots
hustling.
happening. Lots
Well,
of
James,
fun.
Jonathan, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
and
Appreciate your
It's going
time.
to be a great show tonight.
Yeah.
It is.
Man in the Camo Jacket. Look for it.